Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to day 5 of Timberborn. I'm just rubbing my eyes for some reason. Suddenly, as soon as I hit the go button, it said, "Oh, itchy eyeballs." Maybe from just did a bunch of painting in a room, so maybe that has something to do with it. But you never know. So let's go ahead. Let's load this up. Now, yesterday we had a problem. Big problem. Went from no food and no water. Lost 30 beavers to, let's see, to starvation, hunger, or starvation and hunger, same thing, to starvation, thirst, and old age. All at once. By the end of the session, we did get back up to, looks like, 41 beavers. So we're doing pretty good there. I believe we get enough food supply, 454 carrots, 151 berries, but only 81 potatoes. They like potatoes, as we've figured out. They'll eat potatoes before they'll eat carrots or berries. They'll eat potatoes first, so it's the cooked foods that they eat first, or the prepared foods they will eat first, and then they will move on. We did get this finished. We're still waiting on these things to be done, but they're taking their own sweet time. Let's see, we got this head was finished yesterday, just barely in time. I don't think anybody is actually... Oh, they haven't finished the other end of it yet. So we're still waiting on the other end. Waiting for the guy to come out and swing his hammer 4 times and make it happen. Then they can start doing this and bringing supplies out for all this a whole lot faster. So let's go ahead and get that going. Oh yeah, we had a drought coming. 1 day to the drought, which droughts don't really bother me too much. Who's this guy? Why is he going so slow? He just going slow? Holy Jesus. There's an ant. A freaking ant. And then he latched onto me. It was a big one. That was interesting. Not that you could see it, because, you know, black ant on a black thing. He's not alive anymore, though. He's got a 5% speed boost. Oh, that's why he's going so slow. He hit, you know, the hammer. The hammer had a lot of weight to it. So, oh, he's going to ride it back, though. Gotta test his build quality. That must be a fun thing there. He went and finished building it, and he's gonna get the option to ride it back. What a guy! All right, let's go ahead and speed it back up here, where we like to have it. All right, so they built that. It does have somebody assigned to it, so they should start collecting chestnuts. Yep. So let's see. We can switch him to grilled chestnuts. So I still think we're going to do something out here. Maybe do a plantation or something. Alright, so do they... all but one. There's still the one left. Demolition takes a while. Alright, so let's go ahead and get that built. Let's turn these up. I don't know why I'm doing this the slow way. And crank all that up. So now they can ride the express route out there. That should make that a little easier. Now we just had a drought the last time around, so I don't know why we're getting another drought, but... So we're going to go ahead and bump that to 75. Because that water is going to be slowing down. Take it up to 80. Oh yeah, they're digging that. I'm digging it. Alright, water's done. Taking on up to a full 1. How long is this? 6 days. Gross. Hopefully this will make this go faster. Alright, there's the water barrel. Now what we can do, so what I'm thinking is in the future, right? So there's this underground ruins, which is unlimited metal. And we need a mine for that, but what we can do is we can move this. So we're going to end up, with this here coming down this way. But we can always just put friggin' just stacked levees all through here to block that off and move this thing from there over here or down here or somewhere to catch all that. That's what I'm thinking anyway. I'm gonna block this off with levees, move this down here. But they get a lot of this has to be done first. Where's he going? Alright, they still have not built any of this. You want to build that first, huh? Okay. To get rid of that? Oh no, it's one more guy. Now, where is this? So this is cycling down into here. Okay. Oh. So what are they doing over here? Oh, because the stairs. Still finishing the stairs. Okay. So they can't do the one up for demolition. Like, they can build one level higher than them, but this, they can't demolition one level higher than them. Interesting. We still have a crap ton of gears, right? Yep. Let's go ahead. I want to turn these off. This is currently below 65, so it is off. So if we set... Oh, we can't. This cannot be automated, huh? Okay. Still waiting on that. Still waiting on somebody to bebop out there. It's funny they're building that, not the stairs. He's just bringing it over here. Says it can be reached. So he's carrying a metal block. So 10. So he was carrying 2. That's the question. How many can they really carry? Full up. Everything's running. Glomer. Three days. Oof. It's a rough 3 days right here. Okay, still has not come out there to finish hitting that with a hammer. Building needs water. None of those. That's fine. They can need water all they want. They can need that water. I ain't worried about it. Stop that from backflowing. Alright, so let's see. Oh, these are already all marked. Okay. So let's go ahead and mark those for demolition. We're at 2.5 days. Still building. We don't need that much more left. Why is he not? Why is that not? Somebody's not gone out there and done that yet. Why is he walking? Why didn't he ride the? the Funmobile. Hey, it's working. He's gonna ride it back. He walked out there, but then he rode it back. How much was that? 2K. Oof. And then another, so it's 3. Lido is a swimming pool. Dance hall. Mud pit requires wheat. Why does a mud pit need wheat? Five more metal blocks. I got rid of one. They're bringing them. Bringing out the supplies. Building that first levee. They're going to build everything they can build without having to reach for it. Right? So they'll get these 3 probably. And then they're going to run out and they'll have to do the stairs. It's a shame nobody wants to be bothered with demolishing those. None. Yeah, they gotta build the bottom one first. And put a water tank out here just in case they get a little thirsty. It's, for me, I have played more complicated games like, this one doesn't seem all that complicated to me because there's no combat. Factorio, I had to give up on Factorio because it made my brain hurt. Because there were so many, like, you need this to make that, to make this, to make that. And to make that, you need this and that and this. And it's like, oh my god, I can't keep all of that stuff in my brain while I'm trying to figure it out. And so that game was overly complicated for me. This one is not bad in the fact that it does tell you there's just some basic supplies you need. Like this one here, like this thing is going to be an explosive factory, and they just need 30 planks, 30 gears, and 30 metal blocks. So it's right now they're at 27, then we have to have some guy come out here and hit it with a hammer a couple of times and it will be built. this map is one of the base maps, but it's not the base map that they always put you on. But it's a good game. Racing games and arcade games, oh well, yeah, they're a different style than this, right? So you're probably more along the lines on of something like the roguelites and that sort of thing. We got a lot of stuff building right now, and basically all you're doing is just trying to survive. That's all we're really doing right now. We're coming to the end of a drought, and this is all the water we have to keep these beavers and their food supply alive. And you're just trying to keep them alive, but also progress. The end goal is that you're trying to build monuments, these 4 monuments, and that's the end game, is those 4 monuments. But in the meantime, it's keeping everybody alive. And you have to suffer through things like droughts, which this one just ended, and a thing that's called bad tide, which makes poison water flow where all the normal water is flowing, which leads to a problem. Because I had 41 beavers, had 3 bad tides in a row, killed all my food supply, and I lost 30 beavers. They just died. They died from starvation. Right now we're doing pretty good, and I'm taking steps to alleviate the problem, but yeah, you can build dams. I have dams right here. That's what these are. These things right here are dams. They're set to the maximum height to keep the water in there. These are floodgates. There's also a dam that's a fixed height, but I typically use floodgates when I can. Here comes the water. So I want to open that back up, or it'll overflow and flood everything. Yep, and the water, you can get water wheels. That produces your power. As long as there's water flowing, it will increase it. They will make power. You can also have windmills or wind turbines, but they don't always spin. Like, these are not currently spinning because there's no wind. You can build a thing like, let me see here if I can get it to show it to me. Like this ginormous contraption here that has weights on the top of it to make, it has these ginormous weights up here, and what they do is they store power. So when nothing else is spinning, they'll start slowly coming down and powering everything. Well, I am here every week, a couple nights a week. So, and all these gray things are stuff that is still to be built, because for some reason they are being super slow about getting things done at the moment. But we did get our bad water pump made, and our explosive factory. And he wants power, and I did not know he needed power. How much power does he think he needs? Did I not read that? Wait. Explosive factory. Oh, yeah, requires 150 horsepower. Ugh. Well, that's a jerk. Yeah, if you're gonna pitch me users, I don't, or viewers, I don't really need any. I just do this for fun. Let's see, I can put one here. Can't put one there, but I can put one there. Oh, okay, that one lines up, but that one does not. Yeah, there we go. Well, that's a bummer that that thing needed power. So what do we got? Okay. Alright, let's see. And they're riding the zip lines. Those are always fun. They are slowly building. So this is another bad water source here, so we're trying to get this under control so I can force it over this way and off the map instead of coming down and poisoning all my beavers again. Because I don't need it to be poisoning all my beavers again. There we go. Let's turn up all that. So hopefully they'll get that built. How we doing? We got plenty of food. Yep, plenty of food. Plenty of logs. Okay. I guess we can turn these back on. So he's hauling chestnuts. That's supposed to be planks. What's this supposed to be? Planks again? I don't need two of them to do planks. Let's make this one metal. Make that one scrap metal. I mean, it's not like they're going to build it anytime soon, but you never know. And there's so many things out here that they need, that they just have not built. In my crisis of not having enough power. Zoom out, go over here. See how this is going. Well, they're slowly getting there. Build, beavers, build. You just walked right by a water tank right there, dude. Swing in there and get a drink. There you go. What a smart beaver. Let's see how we doing over here. We are staying pretty steady at 41. And maybe we should add a few more in here. Let's see, each one of these holds 3. So let's add 6. Yeah, I unfortunately I don't really need any more artwork. Like I said, I do this just mainly for fun. And I know some, you know, I have plenty of relatives that draw and paint and do all that stuff. So if I actually ever decided I needed artwork, I would just hit them up first. I mean, it's fine. It's not going to bother me if you write it or not. But right now, I am just not in the market for any of that stuff. No, that'll clear that. That's good. And they bought some out here for that. I wonder if I went ahead and turned this down a notch, if they would build up first over there. Let's see. Let's turn the priorities down here. A little bit and see if they will switch gears and go towards the other thing over there. Oh, there they go. Oh. Gotta love that. A little scampering around, little beavers. I don't know where he's going. Oh, is he building my... Yeah. He's trying anyway. Bringing out logs to power this explosive plant out here. We got plenty of all the food. I mean, we could put more carrots in here, but I think we're going to end up putting potatoes. Well, they're stocking up the explosives factory with bad water. Interesting. I'm not running out of water, am I? No. We have plenty of water. It takes a lot of logs to build that thing. And they only carry 2 at a time. Well. All this stuff, none of it. Done none of it. Oof. Taking forever. Ooh, they do their own priorities, apparently. What are they building? Oh, they must be building this water tank. Well, they were working on that for a little while. We have 1 beaver open, unemployed. Guess we turn on the tapper shack for a little while. Build, you beavers, build. Make it happen, guys. That one's almost done. Swing that hammer. Takes a good solid, like, 5 whacks at it and then he's done. Out of nails. Guess he can only carry a few nails at a time. Alright, so it's built so they can bring water out here if they want. Looks like one's coming that way already. Yeah, here they come with the water. And we'll stock that water up. So having water out here makes them run faster. Because they slow down if they don't have enough water. Or if they're thirsty. Hey, thanks for the subscription there, Shay. Do appreciate it. Just saw the alert pop up on my on the activity. Much appreciated. Well, there's almost one more log and that will, and then the guy will have to come out, swing the hammer at it a few times, and it should be done. Now what are you bringing that to? The other one? Yep. Well, I guess they're going to build both the wheels first. Alright, that's fine. Oh, blueberries out the wazooery. All blueberries, all blueberries. Potatoes. I bet you they can reach that to build it. But they can't reach it to put anything in it. Well, they got one done. So let's set that to there. Let's turn those down a notch. Because we want them to build this other stuff first, right? This liner here, so we can at least get some power in there. How much is it producing? Not enough, clearly. Not enough CFMs. You know, they're stocking up the water. And the 97 horsepower, it needs 150. 97 will at least get it moving. It won't be moving as fast as it can, but it should at least be producing something. Hopefully. Alright, so they got that done. And then maybe they can catch up on some of this other stuff. My god, guys. Going so slow. There's going to be a bad tide coming, I just know it. And we're going to have to cancel all projects and go try and do that. That was funny. There was one standing here hitting that one standing here hitting that one. Alright, so they got one more of these to do. And then they can go back to the rest of this. So yeah, it's 92, 93 horsepower. I mean, at least he's making explosives. That's our hopes and dreams, making explosives. Alright, let's see. Let's go back over here. Crank that back up. Realign the cues, as they say. Don't know why he came all that way to get a drink of water, but you know, hey, whatever gets him going in the morning. Alright, so let's see. Explosives. Alright, mark those for explosives. Then, dude, you took 2 swings at that thing and you walked away. There you go. Is he building the next one? Yep, the next one. Maybe we can make this pathing a little easier for you guys. Don't know why they're going all that way. Oh, I wish there was a build queue. It'd be so nice to be able to tell what they were in queue for building. But there's just no thing. Disconnects a path on demand. Interesting, they put a gate in. I did not notice that. That's a new 1.0 thing. Alright, let's see. We can go ahead and get the dirt excavator now. There's a lot of those trees in the way. Okay, and then we need, this is, needs 1,000. What are we doing over here? Well, just need some guy to come over and hit it with a hammer a few dozen times. Here he comes. Boink. So now that's gonna top. Yeah, there it goes. mean, we are making a bit of a reservoir over here, but it's just so I don't have to put such ginormous floodgates in here. He didn't. Okay, he's coming in on the thing. He was like barely holding on to that log as he came in. He's like, ah. Let's see now. Now this is going to bring this up to this level. The problem is because if I block this, I can block it hit this level here. Hold on a second. Pause. And let's look at this here for a second. So if we knock this dirt out, so if we knock this out, this is going to bring this down a level to here, to this level right here. And in that case, will that flood over? What I'm wondering is, if I do it across here, knock that down a level, leave these open, and as soon as I close them, it should flow that way, right? Yeah, I think so. Let's do that. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna get rid of that. Let's say no, let's do these, and then we're going to do floodgates across there. And then we're going to boost their build priority, okay? These we're going to boost that. They probably won't be able to get to those, but we'll do it anyway. And let's go ahead and do these as well. Go. Ooh. Well, hey, they did build that. I am surprised. And now they just gotta build this thing to get up there to it. Oops. There is stuff in the queue for that. Let's see. See, stairs. Maybe we can do a little of this. There we go. Go back to watching this. Get over there. Keys are messing me up. There we go. Alright, so they're building that. How much could a hauler haul if a beaver could haul? That is the question. Here they come. I swear they come in right and holding on to that thing like they freaking. Alright, so now they gotta build these 4 things. Oh, you don't need to build that. Fine, build the stupid stairs. You put all that effort in to come out here, I'm not gonna... Interesting, huh? You know what I mean? So they took all the explosives, I wonder where they went. Oh, there's no beavers out there now? He must have been one of these guys that died of old age. Well, now they're building, somebody just brought some explosives out here. I thought. Yeah, there's 1, 2, 3. Just some guy's got to come out here and hit it with a hammer. Waiting to see one come in with a log, because I want to pause that and zoom in on it. Oh, no, he didn't have a log. He didn't have a log either. What are these guys all bringing? They're just smacking the explosives. Alright, here comes one with a log. Or something. Planks. I want a screenshot of that. Is there a button for a screenshot? Let's see. F11. Upscaled screenshot, control F11. Let's do... There we go. Alright, back to work, beaver. Here comes with a log. Wow. Perfect. What are we doing? Oh, we're down to 26 planks. Oh, we only have 26 planks. 129 gears still. Anybody in there? No. Let's see. Chestnut Street, cheese go slow. So we'll pause him. See if we can get somebody in there. Let's see. Let's pause the lumberjack. There's one beaver that's incapacitated. This is a lumberjack as well, right? Yeah. Here, make some explosive shrub. Shrub? Shrubbery. Shrubbery. That's all in how you pronounce that one. Alright, that was almost built. There we go. He's gonna come out, swing that hammer once. Done. That was this whole thing. One, done. There's water right there. You can get some on the way back. Pick him up, put him down, buddy. Get your one plank. Yep, his one plank. Oh, he didn't stop at the water. Huh. He didn't even take a drink of the water he was swimming in. Sometimes you think these beavers are missing the obvious, right? He so could have just swung in there and got a drink. I mean, took a drink right out of the water he was swimming in. Or is that against beaver protocol? Maybe it's a unwritten rule of beaverism. You can't drink the water you're swimming in while you're swimming in it. So I'm just watching them build this because they really need to get it built. Because the next bad tide's going to come and we're going to be screwed. At least it's a drought. I mean, I can deal with a drought. Hopefully it won't be too long. Alright, so there's one built. There's two of them built. And we're just waiting on supplies. Always bringing explosives. That should get us 2 wide. That's still funny. Are we doing carrots? Plenty of carrots, no potatoes. Nobody in there. I mean, we could take a couple out of here, I guess. They're just lining through here. The thing that impresses me is those people that somehow can manage. They're like, okay, let's do tunnels, and they will just have tunnels everywhere, and you don't see them. You just see, you know, like they'll do tunnels this way, and they do 2 deep tunnels, do a dirt layer over the top of them. Irrigation. Immediately irrigates everything above it. I'm like, I don't know who thought of that, or who was sitting here going, you know what, I wonder if I do this, will that work? And then it worked, and he was like, oh, it did work. You know, that's the impressive part to me, is the people who dreamed that up, who came to that and said, you know, I think we can do that. And there's 3. We got 1 more to build. Next night cycle, if nobody's coming out here, we're going to pop all these explosives and drop that down a layer and see if we lose anything over the side here. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. And I'm gonna wait till they're in a sleep cycle. And there's the last one built. So let's do road. Get rid of them stairs. Let's see, let's go ahead and we're going to crank up the gathering on all this stuff. So let's go ahead. You gotta get the path off of there. Let's do explosives on there. And then we will do let's see. Okay, so now we're gonna crank these up. Okay. Oh, drought's almost here. Watch, never see another bad tide now. Yeah, at least a little bit of... Yeah, he's got some explosives in there. Block that off. Ooh, 9 days of drought. Holy crap, holy. Hopefully we got enough water to get through that. Let's turn that off. Suddenly everybody's thirsty. And there's only like a big giant water tank right here. Water right there, guys. Nope, not gonna hit it. Because he wasn't that thirsty. What about you? Yep, he's going, he's going. We'll drain that pretty quick, but... Let's see, its priority is... Supply goods to other... No. We'll say accept. There we go. What are we set at? 50? A little bit of water there. That's fine. A little bit of water down here. That's fine too. Because there's a tunnel there. Which though it goes through, and then it comes out here and goes right off the map. Or it goes around and then goes off the map. Take your pick. So they're building these floodgates. What are we at, 1.4? What are we doing? Dirt digging, that's right, dirt digging. Now to do that, we need 900 for that and 1.2 for that. So I'm thinking... So this literally digs a hole and then puts a platform on it. And you can build on top of that platform. Now, impermeable floor. So you can do, what do they call them? Aqueducts now. You can do an aqueduct with basically either dirt blocks or levees, and you just literally make an aqueduct. You make a channel, put impermeable floor under it, levees down the sides, aqueduct. But I don't want to do anything that crazy. What I want to do is I want to build something out here that I can irrigate around. So I'm going to do something like right here, like 3, 3, 3, and 3. And then we will take and we'll do something like that. And we can make this 2 or 3 high. Or something like that. To figure out how to do scaffolding around it. Oh, we have 6.5 days to go. Oof. So what are they getting built? I guess he just doesn't really want to. They just don't want to use those stairs. No, sir, not gonna do it. Not using your stupid stairs. It would only go so much faster for him if he did. Oh, now he finishes it. And this guy, what's he gonna do? Oh, he's going to the water tank. How are we doing on water? Not great. So let's pause a water pump. He's not going to be making any explosives because he's got no power. No, are they doing that? They're building the tank for bad water. Harvesting, growing, harvesting, growing. Still, I don't know why These are still here. Sometimes it just leaves things out there and you're just like, why is it still here? There we go. How long? 5 more days. Oh, grab man, this is a long, long drought. Very, very long drought. 2 more planks, that one should be done. And then maybe they can move on to this. What's in there? Pine resin. Oh, we got gatherer. Alright, let's go ahead and activate that one. Activate that. I do not want to run out of food, ever. Because that would be bad. Alright, so this mess out here is done. And like I was saying earlier, I can always move this to here, or down here. I can build levees to direct this water away from here. Somehow, maybe. Because there's a tunnel right there. And it would backflow. So I might be able to do some where I just like, you know, some sort of weird endgame thing where this is all levied, and then it's levied across here, and it keeps anything from flowing back in here, and we can move that over here. Or I can move it over there, or I can move it up here. Move it up here. Oh, that'd probably be even better. Move it up here and get these 2 things. What does that mean? 84. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. How are we doing? So he's building that. That's finally built. They are slowly catching up here. Oh, what do we put in here? Potatoes. I don't think we need a path up there, do we? Could we put another one up there? And say this one's for grilled potatoes. I think we'd have to do... Let's see, we'd have to do... Here. And then do... So we don't need that. We would need that one we just demolished. And do that. Yeah, wind's not blowing, so there's no power. No power over here either. Don't feel like you left out over there. Windmills do how much? Or wind turbines, sorry. So we needed 1,000. What do we need 1,000 for? Dirt blocks, right? Oh, we got dirt blocks. We need 900 for double dynamite. We need 1.4. Huh. Oh, well, let me do the little ones in there. Interesting. Still plenty of water to drink, people. How much does... Let's see, we should do something for their well-being, right? What does this take up? Ugh. Why not? You do something nice for him after I killed all of them. A couple times. After we've murdered a few of them, we gotta do something nice for him. Got a water over here? Yeah. So we're down to this water supply and that one. Two and a half days to go. Alright, they're gonna go get that water. And probably put it in there, I guess. Oh no, they're gonna go put it over there. What did that need? Hope it didn't need anything special, no. Alright, so now they're building the other water wheel. We needed 1.4 for that one. Which building is that? The smelter. Yeah, you don't have any power anyway. So what's in this one? That's our potatoes. Oof, 1.7 days. Finally, under 2. He's building it. There you go. Well, that's the most I've actually seen one of those beavers build at one time. He actually came over here, hit this a couple of times, went over, finished that job, then came back and finished this one. They're usually not that productive. Here's that one log. It's funny, the zip line moves based on how fast, on what perks they have. So if he's thirsty, he doesn't move as fast on the zip line as somebody that is properly watered. Yeah, I don't think we need water out here at the moment anymore. I don't plan on them coming out here to do any more work for a while, so let's go ahead and take that one out. Put them on the gather. Oh, we are bone dry, huh? The only thing not dry is this right here, and we got a day to go. Oof. Did they actually plant? No, you haven't planted any yet. No. No. Yeah, there was no explosives there anyway. So let's do... Oof, drought is almost over. Are they gonna make it? Or are they out of water? Not yet. This one is, yeah. As long as they're not supplying it with water, I'm okay with it. Still haven't built that. They haven't built that. Haven't built any of these monuments. They did. Oh, they haven't built that. They did manage to build this one. and put 1 piece of scrap metal in it. 3 pieces of scrap metal in it. So they were working hard on that. There's water, people. You can still get drinks. This whole thing over here. Of course, the drought ends and the power comes back on. Let's go. Can we just mark? Okay. So what can I get away with here? Okay. Oh boy, it is just flooding in. Fills that all back up again and then pushes all that out. So now we have plenty of power. Barely. Some on the TV. One of the dogs at some point came and opened the door. And now they're fighting. I don't know why they're just ridiculous. I don't understand them. Just none of them are ridiculous. What are they doing here? Extract? Where's... Oh my god. Extract. Where are we getting extract from? Here? Ugh. How big is this thing? That's annoying. You know, we get through that drought with plenty of food, but we almost did run out of water. Let's turn that off for a minute. See if we can get some water pumping here. Okay. Okay. He just barreled right on through like, hey, got no problems. Why? Weird. Why would it not? Hmm. Get rid of that one. Alright, let's go ahead and open these back up for use. Get rid of that path. So I got 7 places with vacancies. And 1 beaver incapacitated. Yeah, okay. At least he's in the hospital bed, at least. We have power over here. Where are they building? Oh, they're building up here. Yeah, it's fine. Alright, now our dirt digger. He needs a lot. We want to put it there, or do we want to put it somewhere else, like up here? Wait, it needs power. It needs 200 horsepower. Let's see. Let's get rid of this path. Okay. Uh-oh. Here's somebody squeaking a toy in her. Must be the poodle. Because she's the player. She loves to play. And then she doesn't. It's, you know, typical dog behavior. She loves to play and then she doesn't. Let's go ahead and bump this housing up. Get these houses built. And she's going out. She's not having a good day. It was raining. She couldn't go outside. She only got to go out for a little bit and run around. And that just for her is just doom. Because she's a high energy dog. High energy. Who's lacking materials? Who's levies? Well, I suspect it's because these things are chewing up all of our plank, all of our logs. So he's done chestnuts. How many? He's got plenty of grilled potatoes, so let's do some grilled chestnuts. Yeah, let's see. Not you. Which thing you're sitting on? Gatherer flag is off. Now there's something on the TV. And they're going to fight over that. They are having a rough day of it. You hear the little one makes her little whining, cries, weird little thing that she does. She's a ferocious monster and then she does this weird whiny cries thing. Can we put it here? Yeah, go ahead and unlock it. Alright, let's see. We need to hook power up to it. Gears and planks, gears and planks. What are you doing in there, DD? Huh? You guys in there fighting? No fighting, doggies. No fighting. I know, your big sister's a jerk, huh? She's only a month older than you. I get it. Let me guess, that needed power. Yeah. How much power did it need? Don't even know. Well, that's a bummer. Well, they built it, and I'm gonna have to tear it down and put it somewhere else where I can get power to it. I'm sure it said that it required power. I just didn't see it. You know, 200 ores. And start paying attention, I guess. How much power do we have over here in this network? We have 1500. Current demand is 100. Alright, let's see. I guess we'll demolish it. Annoying. And then let's put it... You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a lumberjack flag out here. Make it, get that built. And then we will find our observatory again. We'll do that. Let's see, let's get rid of that. That. Put, where's that? Power. That there. Then we get a platform over it. We need a stair. Stair. path, 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 path. Where? How come I got no beavers? Build that. Stop making planks for a second. Get them all. Oh, I want this built. Build that lumberjack. And immediately staff it with somebody. Don't care who. Oh. Hey, they built that other one. What does it say? Oh. Man, I really wish he would cut these things down out here first, but you know, as long as he's cutting. So we need to start thinking about bots, right? Because we really got to start thinking about bots, because we're going to need bots so that we don't have this population dwindle, increase thing that's going on here. Which is something I liked about the Iron Teeth. The other faction you can play is you can, since they are grown in vats and they don't really require anybody getting giggity, you can kind of balance out the death and born cycle, right? Because you can kind of have them where they're being born, where they're being grown as fast as they're dying. It takes a little while getting there, getting to that point, but you can do it. It works pretty well. All right, they're starting to finally stock up on logs again. We don't have anybody to work in there, so we're going to enable it anyway. What? Yeah. Oh, hey. Let's see. So we have 2, and that. Oh, they did finish the builder's hut, huh? Finally did it. Alright, so that puts a little... And we're gonna have that one's gonna be paused. Gonna pause that one. We'll let them build it, but we're gonna pause it. Plenty of food, yeah, plenty of food. Back to grilling potatoes. Know where he's going. Oh, he went all that way to get a drink. Another drought? Well, still better than a bad tide. Hopefully it's not going to be too long. I bumped that to 80. I know the drought didn't start immediately. Oh, and it flooded. I didn't even notice that that was flooding back there. Oops. Hopefully that goes down quicker than that. Oops. Oh, I didn't even notice that. Oh, that's hilarious. It's wide open. Maybe we can stop the flooding for a minute here. Cut off the water supply a little bit. See if it'll drain. Oh man, that was hilarious. See, they're dying of old age faster than they're growing up. There it goes. Well, that's one way to make that all green, huh? Flood it. Well, at least we know this works. was hilarious. Time isn't. All right. We're laying down dynamite up here to open this up. Make this a little deeper. That way we can store a little more water in it. But I do believe it's going to be time to call it a night. Because we're flooding again. Apparently we cannot get all the water through there that we need to get through there. So let's go ahead and knock that open. Let's take that one out too. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, like, subscribe, follow. Put some floodgates there. You can catch us here Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, except for next week when we're going to be out of town. Thank you so much for watching. Catch us here on YouTube at Cagman Plays or on Twitch at Cagman0. Come on by, give us a like, hit that subscribe, and we will catch you next time.